What's good, sports fans? Are you ready to elevate your live entertainment experience? Well, let me introduce you to SeatGeek, an amazing platform that connects you to your favorite events while saving you money. With SeatGeek, you can easily find tickets for sports games, concerts, and so much more, all in one place. The interface is user-friendly, making it simple to browse and compare prices. And one of the best features is the interactive seating chart. You can see exactly where you'll be sitting and how much you'll be spending, ensuring you get the best value for your money. But here's the best part. Check this out. By using my promo code, ChalkItUpSports, you can enjoy a one-time $20 discount on your first SeatGeek order. That's right, $20 off your first SeatGeek order. Imagine catching that thrilling game or concert without breaking the bank. It's a win-win situation. Plus, you'll be a part of a community of fans who eat, sleep, and breathe live events just as much as you do. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description to download the SeatGeek app today. And don't forget to use my promo code ChalkItUpSports for a one-time $20 discount on your first SeatGeek order. Get excited. Now let's get back to the show. Welcome back to another edition of Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. I am your humble host, Tone DeShields II. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Listen, we are about 20 subs, about 22 subs away from 8,000. 8,000. You guys have been remarkable. You guys have been supporting the channel. You guys have been smashing that like button. You guys have been commenting. I can't thank you enough for helping us get to this point. We are 22, I believe it's 22 subscriptions away from 8,000 subs. So make sure you guys do your job. If you're new to this channel, make sure you guys get comfortable, kick your feet up. I hope you enjoy the show. Smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed. It means a lot to me. It goes a long way. I'm really grateful for this opportunity to be able to kick it with you guys. I don't take this platform. I don't take what we've built here for granted. So make sure you guys continue to stay locked in. And I hope you guys continue to find a home here at Chalk It Up Sports. So make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We have a lot to get to. But before we do so, make sure you guys take advantage of that offer we have from SeatGeek. I've partnered with SeatGeek, and now you have the opportunity to get $20 off. I repeat, $20 off your first SeatGeek order. All you have to do is download the app and type in promo code ChalkItUpSports when you're about to check out and purchase your tickets for any event. I mean, sports events, concerts, whatever it is you want to do. Use promo code ChalkItUpSports and you'll get $20 off your very first SeatGeek order. Not your second, not your third, not your fourth, your very first SeatGeek order. So download the app, create a profile, look for your tickets, put in their promo code, Chalk It Up Sports, and you'll get $20 off your first SeatGeek order. On top of that, make sure you guys also check out the content on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We have it available for anybody in any situation. Sometimes you may be on the road. You may be a truck driver. You may drive for Amazon. You may drive for FedEx, right? You may be a chef in the kitchen where you can't really have your phone unlocked, right? But you're able to still have it propped up somewhere. So You can tap in on Apple Podcasts. You can tap in on Spotify as well. And even if you want to double back on the YouTube channel, that helps as well. So make sure you guys continue to support the channel, support the content any way possible. YouTube, you can lock in. Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I wanted to make sure we gave you guys options when it came to this content thing. So without further ado, let's get to the shenanigans. Let's get to the conversation. We are doing our mock draft 4.0 today. Mock draft 4.0. And just as a quick reminder, we've done 3 mock drafts in the past. I want to make sure we can do a quick refresher here. So let's see. So for our third mock draft, our mock draft 3.0, we were able to bring in Gray Zabel, Trey Amos, Elijah Arroyo out of Miami, Florida. Now, as you guys can see here, we did go guard in the first round. We went corner in the second, and we went tight end in the third. We went Jalen Reed, safety out of Penn State in the fourth round. Riley Mills, D tackle out of Notre Dame. We have Jared Ivey, edge rusher out of Ole Miss. We have Jack Nelson, offensive tackle out of Wisconsin. And Cody Simon, linebacker out of Ohio State. That was our mock draft 3.0, and we also made out with 2 additional 7th round picks for the 2026 NFL draft. That was our mock draft 3.0. And again, if you guys are just hopping in, we're just giving you guys a quick crash course, a quick reminder of what we did previously with our mock drafts, okay? So that was mock draft 3.0. And today we're going to be locking in on mock draft 4.0. But before we do so, let's lock in with mock draft 2.0. Our second mock draft, we drafted Nick Eamon-Wari, safety out of South Carolina, at pick 25. We traded up for that. We drafted Harold Fannin Jr., tight end out of Bowling Green in the second round. Deion Walker, D tackle out of Kentucky in the third round. Kobe Bryant, cornerback out of Kansas in the fourth round. Demetrius Knight Jr., linebacker out of South Carolina in the fifth round. Jack Sawyer, edge rusher out of Ohio State in the sixth round. And we also got Connor Colby, guard in the sixth round out of Iowa. Now, our very first mock draft 1.0, we made out with Walter Nolan, D tackle out of Ole Miss. In the second round, Princely Umanmielen, edge rusher out of Ole Miss. Third round, Gunnar Helm, tight end out of Texas. Round 4, Malachi Moore, safety out of Alabama. Round 5, Miles Frazier, guard coming out of LSU. In the fifth round also, we got Jamin Dumas Johnson, linebacker out of Kentucky. Zai Frazier, cornerback out of University of Texas, San Antonio. And Carson Vincent, offensive tackle out of Alabama A&M. And as a reminder, in our first mock draft, we didn't do any trades. We just wanted to go straight up and see how things turned out with that. So that's our mock draft 1.0. Here's our mock draft 2.0 here. And here's our mock draft 3.0. And we're going to lock in with our mock draft 4.0. So let's get this ball rolling. Let's not waste any time, okay? Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Like I said, we're about 20 to 22 subscribers away from making it to the 8,000 subscriber mark. So make sure you guys continue to support the channel. Really helps the channel grow. You guys. Before we do so, let's get to some of our viewers here right now. Fanny, the Eagles fan, is in the building. AJ Jones, Relative Time Works, Tiffany Dark Chocolate Page, War, what's going on? Who else we got? Antonio Holmes, Humble Servant, CJ Davis, the Bull RJ. I appreciate y'all for locking in on the content. Thank y'all. I really appreciate it. Again, before you guys get too comfortable, make sure you smash that like button and make sure you guys are engaged. We got 33, 34 people in here so far and counting, and we only got 9 likes. So something's not adding up, you guys. The like button is really important. It's extremely important. So I need you guys to exercise your right as a consumer and smash that like button, okay? It costs you nothing. It's free. All you gotta do is hit the like button. Doomsday Corner Sports, what's going on, my man? Eagles Realist, welcome to the show. All right, let's get this ball rolling on our mock draft. Make sure I drink my water. We're going to be here for a while. Okay? So, 7th round, we're picking for the Eagles. Let's get it going. Okay. And the ball is rolling. Ted McMillan goes to the Raiders. Jalen Walker goes to the Panthers. Ashton Genty to the Bears. Interesting. Mike Green to the Dolphins. Oh, I don't like that for him long term. Okay. Tyler Booker, guard to the Seahawks. Nick Emenwari to the Broncos. Michael Williams to the Lions. Amorian Hampton to the Rams. Malachi Starks to the Chargers. Wow. Okay. So here we are. We have our first trade offer here. I don't like these offers, to be quite honest with you. If I'm personally going to trade out of the first round, if we're going to trade out of the first round, I'm not going too far back. That's my thing. If we're going to trade out of the first round, I'm not going too far back at all. And frankly, I might not even go more than a few picks back, if I'm being honest. So I'm not taking this Chargers deal at all. I'm not taking it. And I'm definitely not taking this Cowboys offer. So let's see who we got here in the top 5 in the second round. So you got Cleveland, you got the Giants, you got the Titans, you got Minnesota, you got the Raiders here. All right, so again, trading out of the first round doesn't mean that I'm going to trade back like 10 or 15 picks. It's not what it means. Trading back one spot can make all the difference contractually. It can make all the difference contractually, right? You trade out of the first round, now you can get a potential first round talent paying them second round money. And I think that's something the Philadelphia Eagles will potentially look at here. All right. So I'm looking at Cleveland. Cleveland has pick 33, 36, 7, 94, 104, 179. Okay. They got a lot of draft picks to work with here. So let's see if I can get something out of them. Okay. So let me ask you guys a question here. We're looking at Cleveland. Obviously, I want to trade back, and I want that 33rd pick. So as of right now, we have a pick swap. We have a pick swap here. So now, they'll easily do it straight up. I know they will. But I want more than just the 33rd overall pick. I need more than that. So I'm going to try to aim for, let me see here, because I have a 64th overall pick. Let's see what we can do with this. I want to get Cleveland's second round pick, but all right, let's see what we got here. Eagles Dynasty says trading back far works because of the third rounders the Eagles have next year. Eagles Dynasty also believes that the Eagles trade out of the first round. Humble Servant says, hey, you may want to consider trading up for Starks next time you do a draft. That's too far. That's too far. Malachi Starks always goes in like the top 15, top 20. It's too far. It's way too far. I'm trying to be as, so when I do these mock drafts, even though it's a simulation, I try to be as realistic as possible. I try to be as realistic as possible. So trading up from Malachi Starks is very difficult. I had to give up a lot just to get to pick 25 and get Nick Ward. So, you know, that's a little bit of a struggle there. Trading up to get trading up to get Starks is more difficult than it looks. These teams got to play ball. These teams got to play ball. So that's what I'm going to do. I want to try to get a pick from Cleveland. Let me get that second round pick for next year. Let me get that because I'm already going to have, once I trade back, I'm going to have 2 second round picks in this draft already. And I'm only going back 1 pick. Let me see what they do. Let me see if they take it. Actually, let me see if I can get a little bit more out of them. Again, it's only 1 pick up, but let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens. Let me get that 5th round pick and see. Let me see if they take this. Let me see if they take this. You never know. It's a simulation. You never know. All right, let's see. Propose. Let's see. Okay, they rejected it. No problem. So now we got a little bit of a benchmark here. So 3 picks may be a little bit too rich. Maybe a little too rich. So let's just try to get that Cleveland second rounder for 2026. Let's try to get that. Okay, they rejected that as well. Okay. So Cleveland, let's see here. Maybe I can get them with, because again, trading back 1 spot. Let's see. Nah, that doesn't look like a good deal, actually, as a matter of fact, now I look at it. So let's see here. Because they have, let me get them a 161. Let's see what they do here. Okay. We're gonna keep trying. We're gonna keep trying. There's a deal they will take. We'll keep trying. We will keep trying. Okay, so they didn't take that deal either. We're gonna keep trying. All right, so and I'll give you the New York Jets 3rd for next year. So let's just swap. Let's just do a straight up swap. Let's do it. This should be reasonable. Let's just swap. Okay. They being stingy. Humble Servant says you may want to consider trying to trade with the New York Giants or Tennessee Titans as well. Their picks are closed closed by Cleveland's. Yeah, I know. I see. I see. Cleveland's being a little bit of a stickler here. They're being a little bit of a stickler here. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. I'm going to trade back in this fucking draft, regardless of what they say. I'm gonna get somebody for something. Okay, let's try New York. Let's try New York. Let's trade with New York. Okay, New York. You guys are idiots, right? Okay, let me that. Let me try to get that 3rd. Let me see if they take this. They may be simpletons. Okay. They didn't take that. So I'm leaving here with something. I'm telling you that right now. I'm leaving here with something. Hmm. And I'll give you guys. I'll give you guys. Hmm. Let's see. AJ Jones says the New York disrespect. KGK says on mock draft database, they have a draft calculator that tells you actually what you need to trade. Deandra says we leaving with something. Tiffany says Cleveland said they don't want to do no business. Sweet Jimmy said that's because Tone trying to hustle these dudes. I am trying to hustle them. I ain't gonna lie. I am trying to hustle them. I will give you that. I'm definitely trying to hustle them for sure. Mm. What do these guys want? See, that's the only thing about this one that they don't really give you an idea of what a team wants on this simulator. So when we do our next mock draft, we're going to do it. We're going to use a different platform. Let's see. I'm gonna try Cleveland again. I'm gonna try the Giants one more time, but I'm gonna try Cleveland again. Okay. I want to trade back. That's all. Yo, I should just do it straight up, right? Let's be honest. We should just do it straight up. And I gotta get something extra. Fuck that. I gotta get something extra. I gotta get something extra because I don't want to move back. Okay, they being real stingy. They probably look at it like, why? We don't need to. Hmm. Dank says you got to get more of. It's just one pick back. I don't know what you mean by that. I got to get more of. It's just one pick back. DR just says Dank the Browns want McKee. Let's see. Mm-mm. Hmm. Let's see something. Uh, the Raiders took a receiver, which is pretty shocking. Tennessee. Okay. Let's try Tennessee. Hmm. Tennessee. I will give you. We're gonna swap it, but then also let me get that fourth rounder. Let me see. I didn't think trading back could be this difficult. Green Women says Tone being greedy as fuck. Yo, I am a very stiff negotiator. I am not a nice guy at the negotiation table. I'm I be trying. Listen, I seen too many mob movies. I seen too many mafia movies. I be trying to whack guys. I be trying to whack these guys. You know what? Let me just try and do a straight up swap. Let me just not even complicate it. Let me just try to do a straight up swap. Let me just try to do straight up. Fuck it, I ain't got time for this. Let's just do a straight up swap. You can have it. Just move back with me. They don't even. They rejecting the straight up swap. Damn. They they rejected the straight up swap because I'm really not trying to overcomplicate this. I just want to move back. Damn, fuck, give me a 7th this year. Sheesh. I ain't even tripping like that. Oh my God. I'm trying to be reasonable here. Okay, give me your fucking 7th for, give me your 6th rounder for next year then. Damn. I almost made a big mistake. I'm glad I ain't hit that button. Okay, let's see. Oh my God. Okay. I'm I'm I feel like I'm being real nice now. Am I tripping? All I want to do, I'm giving you the chance to move up. Just give me a 7th round pick. I'm trying to be nice now. I'm not trying to stick nobody up anymore. I'm not trying to stick nobody up anymore. Now I'm just trying to, like, I don't understand this shit. I'm trying not to be a fucking robber. You're killing me with this. Let me look at what they did. They gave a pick 30, pick 24, pick 36, 70, 88. That's a lot. Let me try, man, because I don't want to. Let me try one more time. Nigel says, you got to pick, bro. Tiffany says, I'm screaming. Sweet Chin says, try moving down a little further. I hear you. I don't want to go back too far, though. Yoshiara says, if you're using PFF, that shit trash. It won't let you trade shit. Sweet Chin says, this similar does not trade easily. Right. AJ Jones says, Cleveland tripping because we tried to take Garrett. Yo, all right. Okay. I'm going to try to move back further then. Green Women says, the sim got tired of my BS by now. All right. I'm going to try to move back further. Let me. Wait, so Minnesota, did they not have a first round pick? Oh, this may be the move. Okay, I think I may have something here. Minnesota didn't get a first round pick. So Minnesota, they got pick 36 and 70. Okay, let me try with Minnesota. Because Minnesota, they traded out of the first round, but I'm sure they would love to get back in it. Minnesota, give me pick. I'll give you 32. Give me pick 36. Minnesota, they needed draft picks. So that's why they did that. They needed draft picks. So I'll even give you. Let's see what this works. Let's see if this works. This may be it. This may be the move. This may be it. Okay, Minnesota. What the fuck? Minnesota. I'm trying to be. See, Minnesota didn't need draft picks. I'm about to say fuck it and give them something extra. Give me the 32. I'll give you Oh, pick 161 as well. Give me pick 36. Damn. And give me Jacksonville 7th. I'm giving you more than what you fucking deserve. Damn. All right, we got it. We got action. We got action. All right. No, fuck you, Tennessee. You didn't want to trade me in the first place. Now you. Interesting. Hold on. This is interesting right here. This is interesting. Okay, so we were able to get the deal done. Interesting. Hold on. I may take this. I may take that deal. Hold on. So listen, you guys, we traded out of the first round. We got pick 36. Hold on. We made that's a good offer, actually. This is actually a good offer. I'm willing to trade back 2 more picks. Unless they take the guy that I really. Hold on. Who's next? It's Raiders, Patriots, then. How y'all feel about that offer? How do you guys feel about this offer? I think this is a good deal. AJ Jones says Pats have a good offer. Sweet Chin Music says take the Pats deal. Tiffany says Pats trade. Corey Little says no, it's not. How isn't it? They want pick 36 and pick 168. I get pick 38 and pick 106. I only got to move 2 picks back, and I get to move 62 picks up. As Blunt says, James Pierce is there as well. Corey Little says, man, make your pick. Hey, fuck out of here, Corey. Let's see here. I got you on the edge of your seat. All right. How about this? If you think I should take the deal, say yes. If you think I should just pick, say no. Tiffany says take it. Sweet Chin says take it. D. Aldridge says bruh. Sweet Chin says take it. Antonio Holmes says take the deal. AJ Jones says holding us hostage. KGK says take it. S Blunt says, okay, fuck it, we taking it. I trust my man S Blunt more than anybody on this planet. Fuck it. Oh, okay, rejected. Now we're making a move. We taking our guy. We taking our guy. We traded back. We're taking James Pierce. We're taking James Pierce. Fuck it. We ain't gonna overthink this. We're not over. We got our guy. We got our guy. We got our guy here. All right. We drafted James Pierce. Okay, let's mark this down. I don't think we did that bad. I don't think we did that bad. I don't think we did that bad. I'm not taking that Detroit deal. Listen, I know some people be excited about taking deals that affect next year's draft. I don't care about next year's draft right now. When I do simulators, I hardly give a fuck about next year's draft. All right. So we traded back a few times, but overall, round 2, pick 38. we selected James Pierce. Edge out of Tennessee. I'm not mad at this. I like this. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not mad at how this turned out for us. Think about it. This is how we got here. Okay, you guys. So as a reminder, this is how we got to the James Pierce trade, okay? This is how we got here. So Jacksonville and Minnesota did a trade. Minnesota sent their 24th overall pick to Jacksonville for pick 36, pick 70, and pick 88. Then I called Minnesota and said, hey, I got a deal for you. Let's have a conversation. I will give you pick 32 to get you back into the first round. And I'll give you a fifth round pick as well, pick 161, because I know you need draft picks. Just give me pick 36 and a 7th rounder from 2026. That's all I want. I want to trade back. I'll give you 2 picks for this year, pick a first round pick at pick 32, and I'll give you pick 161 in the 5th round. Give me pick 36. I want to trade back, and give me a 7th rounder for next year. And then we followed that up by sending that same 36th overall pick. We sent it to New England for their 38th overall pick. They gave us their 106th overall pick, and we sent them pick 168. I think we made out pretty well. This is a reminder how we got James Pierce. How are you guys feeling about how we got here? Smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed. How are you guys feeling about how we got here? Are you pleased with how we got here? Did you not like any of the moves I made? How do you guys feel about how we got here? Because I don't think we made out too bad. We traded out of the first round. And we still managed to get a first round talent in James Pierce. And on top of that, we got James Pierce on a 2nd round contract. That's a large component. That's a very large component. We were able to get a first round talent on a 2nd round contract. And we still made out with another 3rd round pick. At least I think that's 3rd round. Let's double check this though. Pick 160, pick 106 is okay. That's top of the 4th. My bad. It's the top of the 4th. So an early 4th round pick. So we still, let's see where we are here. We still got our 3rd round pick, pick 96. We still got our 2nd round pick, pick 64. All right. So we got 64, 96, and 106. We had 2 seconds, a 3rd, and then we got 2 4ths. I think we're doing well so far. Okay. Now here's the thing. I'm starting to see different opinions now because we're making the pick here. But I see guys that I like a lot. I see Josh Connolly Jr. I like that pick. Could that be the future beyond Lane Johnson? You got Mason Taylor, the tight end out of LSU. You got TJ Sanders, D tackle. You got Darius Alexander, D tackle. You got safety Andrew Makuba. Like, this isn't an easy pick to make. This is not an easy pick to make. I know Nigel believes Darius Alexander is the easy pick. And Darius Alexander is old as shit. I'm a little torn. I'm honestly torn between Josh Connolly Jr. and Mason Taylor. I didn't think Josh Connolly would fall this far. Man, this is tough. This is tough. This is tough. Because here's the thing, right? Let me ask you guys a question. Hold on, let me ask you guys a question. Do I have a better chance? Do I have a better chance at finding a quality tight end after? Think about it. Do I have a better chance at finding a quality tight end after this? Let's see who else is left first. Okay, listen. These are the tight ends that are left. You got Mason Taylor, Harold Fannin Jr., Gunnar Helm, Elijah Arroyo, Terrence Ferguson. Versus offensive tackles, you got Josh Connolly Jr., and then it's a big drop off. Look at the drop off. Listen. I mean, look. I mean, it's a big drop off from Mason Taylor too. I can't lie, but I don't know, y'all. Like I personally feel like I'm more inclined. I'm more inclined to take Josh Connolly Jr. Hmm. Hmm. I think I'm. This isn't easy. This isn't easy, but I have to go with value here. I'm sorry. Some of you guys may disagree, but I may have to go value. I may have to go value here. Let me read his profile real quick. Josh Connolly Jr., 6'4, 311. This may be a guard right here. Josh Connolly Jr. has tremendous athleticism and body control by moving like a much lighter on a man on tape. Foot speed and pass protection, and his redirect ability give him significant range as a blocker, making it easy for him to execute blocking assignments on the move. If teams were to project him inside, he likely could thrive as a guard, but his future seems particularly bright at tackle. Ah. Mm. Mm. Hmm. I'm torn here. I'm torn here. Fuck it. We're going Josh Connolly Jr. We're going Josh Connolly Jr. Sorry, you guys. I had to think like the Eagles here. I got to think like the Eagles here. Sorry. I got to think like the Eagles here. I got to think like the Eagles here. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Terrence Ferguson, 6'5", 247. Has a RAS score of 9.32. He doesn't always get the same flowers as the top tight ends in the 2025 NFL draft class, but Terrence Ferguson is one of the most well-rounded prospects this cycle. He's coming off of a stellar 2024 campaign at Oregon, 43 catches, 591 yards, and 3 touchdowns, in which he showed he can be productive in the pros. At 6'5", 247, Ferguson was one of the fastest and most explosive testers at the NFL Combine. And that athleticism shows up on film. His acceleration is more powerful than energetic, but he's a nuanced separator as well as a solid rack threat and dutiful blocker. An emphasis for Ferguson at the NFL level should be limiting focus drops over the middle, but looking at the full checklist, Ferguson fills the boxes, plus he has an elite athletic profile to build on. I think I'm going Ferguson here. Let me see something. Tight end Ferguson, 96 though. Yeah, that's pretty spot on. Darius Alexander's right there though. Damn. Man, that's pretty tough. Round 3, pick 96. Okay. Yeah, I can't. Now, this is where I get the guy. This is where I get the tight end, Terrence Ferguson. Draft Terrence Ferguson. Yep. All right. Here we go. Now we cracking. We got Terrence Ferguson. Now we cracking. There we go. I think this may be out of all the mock drafts we had, this might be my best start. Y'all. Out of all the mock drafts we've did together, this may be my best first 3 picks. Talk to me. Out of all the draft picks we've made, this may be the best top 3 I've had. Let's recap this real quick. In mock draft 1.0, we had Walter Nolan, Princely Umanmielen, Gunnar Helm. In mock draft 2.0, we had Nick Emanwari, Harold Fannin Jr., Deion Walker for our first 3 picks. And then we had Gray Zabel, Trey Amos, and Elijah Arroyo for the first 3 picks. Listen, this may be our best start yet. Talk to me. What y'all think? Out of all the previous mock drafts, this may be the best. This may be the best start that we've had. I think we did an amazing job at really getting value. I think that stands out about these guys. James Pierce is a first-round talent. We got him in the 2nd round. Josh Connolly Jr. is a first-round talent. We got him in the 2nd round. Terrence Ferguson. He's a borderline 2nd, maybe a 3rd round. He's like 3rd round, borderline 2nd round talent, but his athletic profile is insane. Has a RAS score of 9.32. I think this is probably our strongest top 3. All right, let's keep it going. So We got pick 106. Okay, so as a reminder, we got an edge rusher, we got a tackle, offensive tackle, and we got a tight end. 2 first-round talents and a third-round, borderline second-round talent here in Terrence Ferguson. I think we're getting tremendous value. So here we are again. Cornerback Dorian Strong, 6'1", 185. I like the measurables here. Dorian Strong is a skilled and instinctive cornerback who excels in man coverage, but is also more than competent in zone cover schemes. He possesses fluid hips, quick feet, and strong closing speed. Great, allowing him to stick with the receivers and disrupt passing lanes. Strong's ball skills stand out as he consistently tracks the ball and makes plays on it in contested situations. He plays with physicality at the line of scrimmage, using his length effectively to disrupt routes. Strong football IQ and anticipation. Okay. 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 I think I'm going to go corner here. Yeah, I'm going corner here. Darian Strong. All right, we got Dorian Strong, corner. And what is it? Is that the 4th round as well? Let's see what we got here. So we drafted Dorian Strong in the 4th round, top of the 4th, 106. Dorian Strong, cornerback out of Virginia Tech. This was a trade up. How I get this pick again? Okay, this is a trade up. This is part of the Pats deal. Okay. All right. So think about this, y'all. Look. Okay. Remember we made that trade with the Patriots, right? Remember we made that move with the Patriots. This is what pick 36 turned into. How do you guys feel about that value here? We traded the 36th overall pick to the New England Patriots. And we also sent them pick 168. This is what pick 36 and pick 168 turned into for us. We got James Pierce Jr. and we got Dorian Strong. How do you guys feel about this exchange here? How do you guys feel about this value? How do you guys feel about this value here? This is what it all turned into. S. Blunt says, I like it. Tiffany says, that's solid. Sweet Chin Music says, good draft. AJ Jones says, solid value. KO the Green says, nice. Okay. Twiz says, I haven't watched tape on Strong, but I like the Pierce pick. Okay. All right. I think we're doing well so far. Okay. Where are we now? So round 4, pick 134. Okay. Let me see something. Because somebody offered me a trade. Las Vegas. What do I have so far? I may not have to overthink this. 134, 164, 165. And they want to give me 143 and 180. How do you guys feel about this deal here? How do you guys feel about this deal? Humble servant says so far so good. Okay. How do you guys feel about this deal here? I moved back what? 7 picks, 8 picks? Chaotic says no. I don't know how I feel about it. Nigel says no. Okay. KGK says take it. S Blunt says not bad to pick up another pick later. Antonio Holmes says yes. AJ Jones says drop 9 spots and get another. Hmm. First of all, let's look at who's left on the board first. So we got an edge, an offensive tackle, a tight end in the corner. All right, let's see who's left on the board. Who's left on the board? So, wait. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I think I know what I'm gonna do. And no, Jack Sawyer is no longer available. He's gone. Just to let you guys know that. I think I know what I'm gonna do here. It's a gamble, but I think I know what I'm gonna do here. Bingo. Yep. You guys read my mind. So I'm gambling though. I just gotta hope he's there. I just gotta hope he's there. I'll take it. Let's see what happens. Fuck it. Let's see what happens. Bingo. And it worked out for me. All right. I'm taking Malachi Moore, safety out of Alabama. All right. We got Malachi Moore. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see here. So, how are we feeling about our picks so far? So, all right. This is where things get a little interesting for us now. We got back-to-back picks, 164 and 165. We have 3 picks left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 3 picks left: 164, 165, and 180. All right, let's see here. Now, here's the thing. Here's somebody that I like. Here's somebody that I like right here. As Blunt says, Tone, Elijah Roberts at D tackle is someone the Eagles are interested in. Been in for top 30. Where is he at, Elijah Roberts? Is he here still? Elijah Roberts. He's not on the board. I'm not seeing him. Are you? Oh, okay. You're just telling me about the top 30 visit. Okay. I get what you're doing. All right. So JJ Pigs. Now, here's the thing about JJ Pegs. He was on one of the best defensive line. He was on one of the best D lines in college football in Ole Miss. It says JJ Pegs is a versatile and powerful defensive lineman known for his unique combination of size and athleticism, transitioning from tight end to defensive tackle after transferring from Auburn to Ole Miss in 2022. Pegs has demonstrated significant growth in technique and agility. He exhibits a quick first step and strong hand usage, allowing him to penetrate offensive lines effectively. His versatility enables him to align across multiple positions on the defensive front, and he has even contributed as a short yardage running back, scoring 7 touchdowns in the 2024 season. However, Pegs needs to improve his acceleration and avoid over aggression, which can sometimes lead to missed assignments. Jamari Caldwell pairs an eye-catching first step with beautiful natural leverage and a knack for disengaging from blocks and making plays on runners. He plays with an almost immeasurably wide base to thwart the efforts of double teams, and his aggressive nature to cut off reach blockers makes him effective against wide zone downhill runs. I want to take one of these DTs. The question is, which one? Mm. Damn, this Raz is nasty. Simeon Barrow, 6'1", 283. Good size for a defensive lineman, and has established himself as a key player throughout his college career. After transferring from Michigan State to Miami, Barrow continued to impress in the 2024 season. Recording 13 solo, 5.5 sacks, and 1 forced fumble. He started in 30 games over his tenure, accumulating 36 tackles, 5.5 tackles for loss, and 3.5 sacks in the 2023 season. His performance has earned him recognition as 42nd overall prospect from the ACC for the 2025 NFL Draft. With his blend of experience, skill, and production, Barrow is an intriguing prospect with strong potential for the next level. Ooh, 6'5", 289, 288. That's crazy. And they is Peebles, 6 feet 282. Jeez. Slightly undersized interior presence, who is known for his pass rush ability, has a strong track record of production in each of the past 2 seasons. A 3-year starter who has experience lining up over tackle, guard, and center, can burst off the line, and has good short area quickness. Has run his pass rushing reps at a high level each of the past 2 seasons. Plays with good technique and natural feel of how to get around linemen. Doesn't have a deep bag of pass rushing tricks and is heavily reliant on the swim move. He's 24. He's old as shit, though. Nah, man, he old. Peebles old as hell. I like Simeon. Out of all those guys, Simeon Barrow. But Peebles is old. Peebles is old, man. That's my thing. Peebles is old, bro. Hmm. Hmm. Tyree Robinson, 6'5", 288 is nuts. Tyree Robinson has a massive frame, but negates some of that by playing with inconsistent pad level. An average run defender who struggles at times with handling double teams, a one-dimensional pass rusher who primarily relies on his bull rush, saw a massive uptick in production in 2024, accumulated an impressive 13 TFLs and 7 sacks, had 42 total pressures across 355 pass rush snaps. Robinson is a below-average tackler who lets opportunities slip from his hands, has a career 17.1% missed tackle rate, has had 10 pass deflections the past 2 seasons, an older prospect who's been in school for 6 years. Too old for me, and he misses tackles. Simeon Barrow is the guy who looks the best for me. I'm taking Simeon Barrow here. D tackle. Give me Simeon Barrow. So we took Simeon Barrow right there. Simeon Barrow. That's what is that? That's round 5. Round 5, pick 164. Simeon Barrow. D tackle. Out of Miami, Florida. Okay. Okay. RJ says, Tone, Kendrick dropped a Luther video. Oh, yeah? I got to check that out after this. I definitely got to check it out. I got to check it out for sure. All right. So we have 2 picks available or 2 picks left. We've drafted so far James Pierce Jr., Josh Connolly Jr., Terrence Ferguson, Dorian Strong, Malachi Moore, and Simeon Barrow. We got an edge, a tackle. We got an edge, an offensive tackle, a tight end, a corner, a safety, and a D tackle. I like what we have as far as I like the personnel, as far as I like the talent level. I like the value we've gotten. I really like this draft class. I really like this draft class here. I really like this draft class. So we're on the board here. Let's see. Edge guard, quarterback detail. Okay, we've addressed a lot of needs here. So, Jack Kaiser, Notre Dame linebacker. Interesting. Let's see what we got here. 6'1", 231. Jack Kaiser is an outstanding coverage linebacker with a rare instinct for dropping the coverage. Consistently shows the ability to take away open angles. Zone drops are elite. Has a strong feel for spacing and route development while in zone. Has the ability to cover running backs at a high level in one-on-one situations. Possesses excellent closing speed and great on-ball skills to prevent passes from being completed. A savvy downhill linebacker who doesn't get downhill with much force but is still able to set blocks and make plays. Is a good on-field athlete, but hasn't shown the ability to cover sideline to sideline. An effective blitzer who finds creative ways to get pressure on the quarterback. Elite open field tackler. I like this guy. I'm taking him. This is value. I'm taking him. Where is he? I lost him already. Jack Kaiser, linebacker, Notre Dame. I'm taking him right here. I'm taking that. I'm taking that. Jack Kaiser. Jack Kaiser, linebacker, Notre Dame. All right. Okay. All right. We're cooking. We're cooking. We're cooking. I like it. We are cooking. We are cooking here. All right. We got one pick left. Pick 180. That's in the 6th round. I'm definitely making this pick. So we've addressed a lot here. We've got edge rusher. We got James Pierce at edge rusher. We got Josh Connolly Jr. at offensive tackle. Those are 2 first-round talents we got in the 2nd round. We got Terrence Ferguson at tight end. We got Dorian Strong, cornerback. Malachi Moore, safety out of Alabama. Simeon Barrow, D tackle out of Miami, Florida, and Jack Kaiser, linebacker out of Notre Dame. I like this a lot. Now, this is the pick where we can kind of play around a little bit. Now we can kind of just do what we want to do here. And by the way, Josh Connolly Jr. has position flexibility. Josh Connolly Jr. is somebody that can play guard, play tackle. You know what I mean? Let's see who's left here. So at running back, we got Brashard Smith. Okay. Nah. Sorry, Seth. Jared Ivey out of Ole Miss edge rusher. Nah, I'm not doing that. Raz is nuts. Brashard Smith, 5'9", these running backs. Let's see. Melly J says double up at tight end for Mitchell Evans. Twiz says double up by getting Ty Robinson. Our coaches can get him right. He's older and he misses tackles, man. I don't know. KGK says Jimmy Horn Jr. He's not on the board, bro. KGK says, oh, he's a wide receiver. Let me see. Oh, I see him. Oh, he's the one that played with Shedeur Sanders, right? Nah, I'm not reaching for Jimmy Horn Jr. Sorry. We went mainly defense in this draft. Dank says trade back. I think we're at that point in the draft where we kind of just pick whoever, right? Dank says try to get 2 7s. Antonio Holmes says Ivy is a stud. Ivy's still available. Ivy is cool too. Now, as a reminder, you guys, we did sign Terrence Marshall in free agency yesterday. As a reminder, we're going to talk about that a little bit more later on. But we did sign Terrence Marshall. I'm not drafting Stephen McLaughlin. He sucks. I'm not drafting him. I'm definitely not drafting Seth McLaughlin. He's not good. Dude can't even stay on the field. Ooh, Tyler Cooper, 6'5", 302, guard, RAS score of 8.545. Tyler Cooper is known for his leadership and consistency, but does not have positional versatility as he only started games in his career at guard. And Jacob Gideon, these are all reaches. Caden Pratt, 6'3", 204. Oh, yeah, I guess we are looking at running backs, aren't we? Jaden Blue isn't here anymore. He's taken. Jaden Blue isn't here. Jaden Blue is. Hey, what's going on, Mom? The only person that's not a reach really is. I don't feel the need to draft 2 D tackles, personally. I don't feel the need to do that. Tyler Cooper. Okay, Cooper is relatively inexperienced offensive lineman who's played just 1,300 career snaps through 4 years. He allowed 10 pressures and 3 sacks in 2024, a significant step down from the previous season. Cooper started in 10 games, contributing to an offensive average of 26 points per game. I may go guard here. No, I didn't draft Tyler Cooper in the previous draft. I did draft Dumas though. The centers. I'm not impressed, but to be honest with you, I'm not impressed with the centers at all. I'm not impressed with any of these centers, bro. I'm really not. But what I can do. Maybe what I can do, pick 180. Maybe I can. Let me see something. I'll pick 180. Maybe I could trade back a few picks and then get a 7th somewhere in there. So let me see. So maybe I trade back with the Saints. And I can get the guard I want. Okay, let's try something here. Let me propose a trade with the Saints. Let me see something. Damn, the Saints got all this? Come on. Yeah, you got to share the love. Share the love. Share the love. Let me make sure something real quick. Hold on. Let me double check something. They gotta share the love. 216 and back. Okay. They gotta share the love. Let me see if they do this. They gotta share the love with us. Okay. Okay. We can make this work. We can make this work. We can definitely make this work. Bingo. All right. All right. We got action. We got action. All right. So they took the deal. They took the deal. They took the deal. They took the deal. So, okay. 180. I gave them 180. They took Jared Ivey. Okay. It's fair enough. You live and die by it. All right. Okay. Okay. Now I got me another pick. Pick 184. He could be there. He may be there. We got another pick out of it. Okay, let's see. Now I don't mind. Howland Pierce, 6'8", 341. Howland Pierce is a massive and powerful offensive lineman with the ability to dominate in the trenches. His size and strength make him a force in the run game where he generates consistent push and effectively clears lanes for ball carriers. Pierce's length and strong hands allow him to control defenders and maintain leverage and pass protection, while his awareness and footwork help him handle stunts and blitzes. While he can move laterally, he can be exposed at times by quick twitch defenders. There are some technique concerns that need to be refined at the next level, but the potential he offers will mean he should have plenty of suitors. Ooh. Ooh. I like dude. I like Buddy. Because Josh Connolly Jr. has flexibility to play inside, I'm looking at him as like a tackle slash guard. So, like we gotta think outside of the box here, right? We gotta think outside of the box. You know, not just as far as positions, but like think outside the box. That just because the guy says tackle doesn't mean that's all he can do, right? So, for example, Josh Connolly Jr. We drafted him in the second round. It says offensive tackle, but he can swing inside. I like this guy, Howland Pierce, though. So we're checking. We're taking Howland Pierce. Round 6. And what was that? Round 6, pick 184. Howland Pierce, excuse me. Howland Pierce, tackle. Rutgers. All right. Okay. Pick 216. Let's see who's left on the board here. Taj Brooks still on the board, 5'9", 214 with a RAS score 8.59. He's a 5-year player at Lubbock, has proven to be a durable, consistent force. While he's carried plenty of wear, Brooks remains a bowling ball of back, bouncing off of contact and breaking tackles with ease, though not a speedster or significant pass catching threat. His reliability as a 2-down change of pace back, guaranteeing 3.4 yards per carry, fits the NFL's renewed appreciation for tough, dependable runners. Interesting. LaQuint Allen. Kobe Hudson, that RAS score is awful. Edge rusher Tyler Batty out of BYU. Tyler Batty, a fifth-year senior from BYU, is a highly instinctual and physically robust pass rusher known for his intense awareness and anticipation as an exceptional run defender with a long frame, powerful playing style. Batty offers NFL teams a reliable and high-floor prospect. His mauling mentality and strong foundation will enable him to contribute immediately at the professional level while further developing his pass rushing skills. Interesting. Very interesting. Hmm. I don't feel the need to draft a running back, honestly. You can get an undrafted guy, if I'm being completely honest with you. 6'5", 271. I like this. I'm going. This is my fucking pick. Tyler Batty. This is my fucking pick. Tyler Batty, edge, BYU. All right. There you have it. There you have it. There you have it. We made out with 9 players. Made out with 9 players. Sheesh. Man. We did it. We fucking did it. I'll tell you that much. We did it. We did it. Let me take a screenshot of this. We did it, y'all. How we feeling? How we feeling, y'all? So we in this draft, class, you guys, I ain't gonna lie, this may be my best one. I think this is my best one by far. I can't even act like I'm not impressed. This may be my best one. And sometimes this is what it takes. Sometimes it takes you doing 4 mock drafts for you to get it right. This may be my best one. How do you guys feel about this draft class? Give me a grade. A minus, B plus, B, C plus, C minus, D, F. How would you guys grade this draft class? And think about it. Think about value. Think about talent level. Think about where these guys could have been drafted and where we got them. Think about what we gave up to get them. Think about all the moves we made to get to this point. All the moves we made, trading back, trading up, you know what I mean? Swapping picks, value. This may be my best. This is the best mock draft I've ever done. I'm willing to put this against any mock draft I've ever done in my life. Now, granted, this offseason, this is the most mock drafts I've ever done in a single offseason. But I think this mock draft trumps all the ones I've done in the past. It has to. As a reminder, let's revisit the previous mock drafts, right? So take a good look at this mock draft here. We got James Pierce, edge rusher, in the second round. In the second round, we also got Josh Connolly Jr., offensive tackle. Both of those guys are first-round talents. In the third round, we got Terrence Ferguson, tight end. In the fourth, we got Dorian Strong, cornerback out of Virginia Tech. In the fourth, also, we got Malachi Moore, safety out of Alabama. In the fifth round, we got Simeon Burrow, defensive tackle out of Miami, and Jack Kaiser, linebacker out of Notre Dame. In the sixth round, we got Holland Pierce, offensive tackle out of Rutgers, and edge rusher Tyler Batty out of BYU. All right. Now, let's look at mock draft 3.0. Let's revisit that. Our 3.0 mock draft, we drafted Gray Zabel in the first round, guard. In the second, Trey Amos, cornerback. In the third, Elijah Arroyo, tight end. In the fourth, Jalen Reed, safety. In the fifth round, we selected Riley Mills, D tackle out of Notre Dame, and Jared Ivey, edge rusher out of Ole Miss. In the sixth rounds, we drafted Jack Nelson, offensive tackle, and Cody Simon, linebacker. And we also made out with 2 additional seventh-round picks for the 2026 NFL Draft. Okay? For mock draft 2.0, we made out with, in the first round, Nick Emenwari. We traded up for him. In the second round, we drafted Harold Fannin Jr., tight end. In the third, Deion Walker, D tackle. In the fourth, Kobe Bryant out of Kansas, a cornerback. In the fifth round, we got Demetrius Knight Jr., linebacker out of South Carolina. In the sixth rounds, we got Jack Sawyer, edge rusher. And we got Connor Colby, guard out of Iowa. And in our very first mock draft, this was the only mock draft we didn't do any trades. In our first mock draft, we walked away with Walter Nolan in the first round, D tackle. In the second round, we got Princely Umanmielen, edge rusher. In the third, we got Gunnar Helm, tight end out of Texas. In the fourth, we got Malachi Moore, safety. In the fifth, we got Miles Frazier, guard. In the fifth round also, we got Jamin Dumas Johnson, linebacker out of Kentucky. Zah Frazier, cornerback out of the University of Texas, San Antonio. And we have Carson Vinson, offensive tackle out of Alabama A&M. I'm looking at all these mock drafts we've done. Mock draft 1.0, mock draft 2.0. I'm looking at all these players we've selected. Looking at all of them. And frankly, I think this is our best one. I can't sit here and bullshit you guys. This is our best. The best one we've done is mock draft 4.0. 4.0 is the best one as far as value, the trades we've made. I don't feel like we gave up too much. I don't feel like we moved too much out of position. Let me look at some of your comments here. KGK says draft 4.0 by far is the best, with the first one second. But like I said, the best overall player was Walter Nolan in the first draft. Fair enough. S. Blunt says, good people fell to us. That's a good point. I think the most underrated pickups as far as players falling to us, I would say Josh Connolly Jr. falling to us is a steal. I would say Terrence Ferguson falling to us is a steal. I would say Malachi Moore falling to us is a steal, and even James Pierce. Like, I mean, those first 5 picks falling to us are steals. Absolute steals. AJ Jones has no cap. Being able to not draft the same players in 4 different drafts is pretty impressive. I mean, we have maybe one player that we've repeated. We've only repeated one player, and that's Malachi Moore. We've repeated one player this entire time. And the only reason I repeated Malachi Moore is because he fell to us at the perfect spot. It was a position that we really needed, and I think the talent is there. Out of all the draft classes, we've only repeated one player, and that's Malachi Moore. And I'm not mad at that. You guys know I've done my best to try to avoid repeating players. I've done my best to try to avoid that, and I think we did a pretty good job at that. I think we did a pretty good job of avoiding repeats. Malachi Moore is the only repeat, and we've only drafted him in one other draft. Let's see here. S. Blunt says A draft. Doomsday Center Sports says A minus. AJ Jones says 93% A. No, that's very specific. Dink Bergang says, I know who 3 guys are, so A. Alex says A grade. Tiffany Dark Tiger says A plus. KGK says A plus plus plus. Dank says A. Kyle Kokorski says Tone. I got this feeling that Pierce will be down there at 32. He just might. He just might. As Bun says, a lot of people think 9 is a lot, but we did the same amount last year. We did. We sure did. Because we needed the players. We needed the depth. We needed the youth. The only player that didn't make it to the roster was Dylan McMahon. Dylan McMahon was a center we drafted out of Nebraska, I think. I think he was a center. And he's the only one that didn't make the cut. The only one. KGK says all depth and solid depth at each position. Dank says, I knew trading back would get good value. Glad I thought of it. He says, you're welcome. Thank you, Dank. I appreciate it. Tiffany says, I'm really impressed about this draft. AJ Jones said this might be the best one yet. S. Blunt says he made it to the practice team and then the Rams scooped him. That's what it was. That's what it was. Thank you, S. Blunt. He was on the practice squad and the Rams took him. S. Blunt says, I wish we kept McMahon over Nick Gates last year. I agree 100% with that. Oh, my God. I agree with you 100%. I would have rather kept McMahon than Nick Gates. I agree with you 100%. Senior Football says, I like this draft a lot. Give Tone the GM job ASAP. Well, in all fairness, it took me 4 tries to get here. It took me 4 tries to get here, but we did it. Man, what a hell of a draft. What a hell of a draft. AJ Jones says big facts. KGK0911 says Eagles get this week on 3P. This is a hell of a draft, you guys. This is a hell of a draft. And look, because we spent so much time on this draft in particular, what we're going to do is we're going to read the scouting reports for these players. I think I'll go live. I think I'll go live tomorrow. I'm thinking about it. I think I'll go live tomorrow. I'm not sure what time yet, but I think I'm going to go live tomorrow. I gotta take my car to get serviced tomorrow. Oil change, tire rotation, multi-point inspection, things like that. I got to get my car looked at tomorrow. But I think I'm going to make time. I think I'm going to make time to revisit these picks tomorrow with you guys because this is a really significant draft, and I don't want to rush through this. I don't want to overlook any details about this draft class because I'm really proud of this draft class. So today, we're not going to look at the scouting reports just yet. We're going to look at the scouting reports tomorrow. We're going to do our due diligence and peel back the layers of all these picks tomorrow. Kind of similar to what we did with our 3.0 mock draft. We made our picks, and then we came back the following day and revisited the picks and read the scouting reports. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go live tomorrow, sometime in the afternoon for sure. It's going to be during the day, but afternoon. It's going to be in the afternoon. And we're going to read the strengths, the weaknesses, the bios, the scouting report summaries, the measurables. We're going to get in full detail with all these picks because this is a phenomenal draft class, and I don't want to rush it. All right. S. Blunt with the super chat. He says Eagles call themselves a quarterback factory. Can you see it in later rounds like Gabriel Dillon? That was a good question because Eagles got Tanner McKee. They got the other kid, I think Dorian Thompson, something like that. Do I see the Eagles drafting a quarterback in this draft? It's entirely possible. It's entirely possible. Tanner McKee is entering year 3 of his NFL career. You know, you want to start developing another guy, another future backup. It's entirely possible. It's entirely possible. Dylan Gabriel. Okay, I got you, Dank. Thank you for super chats, Blunt. And also, thank you guys also for those super chats as well. AJ Jones, thank you for your super chat. And Green Wingman, thank you for your super chat as well. I appreciate you guys. All right. That's our mock draft for today, you guys. Once again, we walked away with James Pierce, edge rusher out of Tennessee, Josh Connolly Jr., offensive tackle out of Oregon, Terrence Ferguson, tight end out of Oregon, Dorian Strong, cornerback out of Virginia Tech, Malachi Moore, safety out of Alabama, Simeon Barrow, D tackle out of Miami, Florida, Jack Kaiser, linebacker out of Notre Dame. Excuse me. Holland Pierce, offensive tackle out of Rutgers. And Tyler Batty, edge rusher out of BYU. So we walked away with 2 edge rushers, 2 offensive linemen, 1 tight end, 1 corner, 1 safety, 1 D tackle, and 1 linebacker. I'm not mad at this at all. Not mad, not one bit. All right. Let's call it a show. Thank you guys so much for being loyal supporters of the channel. Thank all of you guys for being troopers when it comes to these mock drafts. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Once again, we will be back here tomorrow afternoon. To recap this draft class, to recap our mock draft 4.0. We're going to be back here. Tomorrow in the afternoon to look at the scouting reports, the measurables. We're going to do the science as it pertains to this entire mock draft 4.0. Smash that like button. Make sure you guys comment. Make sure you guys take advantage of the SeatGeek offer I have for you guys. I partner with SeatGeek. You get $20 off your very first SeatGeek order. That's $20 off. All you got to use is the promo code Chalk It Up Sports. Download the SeatGeek app. Choose your tickets and what event you want to go to. Type in promo code Chalk It Up Sports and you'll get $20 off your very first SeatGeek order. By the way, make sure you guys check out the content on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And don't be afraid to double back on this mock draft. I think we did an amazing job here. Tell your friends, share the content. And by the way, I repeat, we are not too far away from 8,000 subscribers, okay? 8,000 subscribers. We're almost there. We need about 20 more people. So make sure you guys spread the word about Chalk It Up Sports. And I appreciate the love. I'm your humble host, Tone DeShields II. You guys have been tuned into another episode, another mock draft from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game.